Okay guys, if you're looking at this video, you probably got a problem with your Spectra HL450 laser receiver. What I found out, my problem was that the power button was not turning on all the time. So I thought the button had an issue. Mine was in the actual battery compartment below into the housing. So I'm going to show you how I got it fixed without sending it to a shop. So basically, I'm going to take out about 8 screws. They're a T9 star screw. I'm not a YouTuber, so I can't fast forward this, edit it, or anything like that, so feel free to do what you got to do. Of course, this one's been sitting in the box for a couple of years because I went ahead and bought a replacement. There's that screw. I don't know why they make these so friggin' hard. Alright, I think I got that one. There's a couple in the bottom of the battery box. Sorry about the lighting. This is a pretty simple fix. You don't really need to get intricate with the view. I'll do my best. Okay, basically, let me take the batteries out here. Okay, pull it out. Okay. Been using the Amazon Basics AA batteries. Worked fine. And what I did, I found that my contacts on the reverse side here, you want to be careful when you take this off, because if you set it down or push on it, you'll break those prongs off. Now mine was on the positive, negative side. So these prongs are still good. Mine were corroded and one was hanging on like a chad. All green, corrosion. So what I did is I spin this back around, get the view correct. I had some solder wire, so I took a small drill bit, about the next size up. The tighter you can get that to fit, the better, so the wire doesn't want to twist on you. Drilled straight through, right through the top, come out the bottom. Now what I had to do, spin, get a better view, is I bent it over, looped it around, and I made sure it was contacting that plastic nub there. So that'll keep the solder wire from being bent way back and losing contact. And you can see on the solder wire where it's scraped up from making contact with the board. So I using that plastic piece of housing as to back up my wire so it doesn't want to fold completely back and lose contact. Now the circuit board you can take out and clean by removing about 6 of those Phillips head screws. Very easy to take out. Here's this contact area. Now you can see the one that is positive is nice and clean. The negative side, you can see where it was corroded. So not having contact cleaner, I just took a razor knife and stuck it in there and scraped off very gently the corrosion. So that was my fix. Now we'll just put it back together. Very simple fix. I used basically some solder wire that has silver. So I don't know if that makes a big difference or not in the contact, but that's all I had. So we'll put this back together. Very gently. Sure everything's still not bent up. Yeah, you just got to be careful with the prongs hanging down below this housing. You don't want to double your problem if it's only one of them and corroded. Mine were not only corroded, but were actually had broken off from severe corrosion. These things are not waterproof, barely water resistant. There's a little bit of rubber around the LCD screen, but the plastic housing, it's just plastic on plastic. Somewhat water resistant. The battery box can get moisture in it very easy. No rubber seal or anything. So more than likely that was the cause of my problem. Because if it starts raining and I'm taking my shots, if at all possible, I finish whether this thing gets a little wet or not. Nothing worse than having to come back to a job. I use these for shooting elevations on the fascia of a house, the elevation on the deck. I actually use it to measure and screen it for pool enclosures, screen enclosures on the back of homes, over the pools and etc. So this helps me keep everything nice and level. Can use it to make sure my gutter is getting good pitch on it. Okay, these are good. Here it is. Like I said, this one started acting up about 2 years after I got it. Replaced it. Bought a new one. Now that one is doing the same thing. So that's why I decided to dig into this one. Put the batteries back in. Close it. Power on. 250 bucks I could have saved, but I needed one ASAP, and didn't know the problem. So guys, I hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching. Carry on.